Where's the money coming from? Where's the new money coming from? I'm sure you asked me that because you read the ticker that we advised the first purchase of a Singapore REIT here in Germany, buying office properties. That is clearly one direction where money is coming from, which is continuing. The US is a very strong source. I mean, it's totally logical if that proves to be right, what I just said. It must be the US. And definitely there's also a counter trigger, and you made that point in your presentation. Simply, we will have a stronger dollar and even lower euro in the first quarter of next year, which is of course empowering for the export nation Germany. So clearly, Germany will be the target for the US, will be the target for Asian capital sources. And there are new investors from Israel. That's an interesting experience, especially for me. The difference is we had mere finance-driven investors prior to the financial crisis. Now we experience, I would say, the real estate investors coming from that end and looking at really interesting investments and looking at them at a much more sophisticated way than we've seen it prior to the financial crunch.
I mean, certainly some of the research you see out there at the moment, it's very hard to distinguish in terms of sources of capital where it's actually coming from in terms of on a country level, because the way agents analyse it at the moment is, I mean, for example, energy, real estate, you can't really say, the money's coming from a particular country because we represent different clients. So certainly I think some of the research that is going on out there is by type of investor. And so certainly what we're seeing at the moment is an increase of private equity funds and REITs as well. And sometimes if you add those two together, they represent up to 70% of the market share. So in Ireland, for example, private equity funds and REITs together sort of contribute to 70% of the market. And I mean, we're also seeing more and more insurers as well, so the likes of Allianz, the likes of M&G, they're increasingly more active in the market. But again, it's just through lack of prime product at the moment. And so my question is, and I'd love to hear what you guys think, is whether we're going to see more selling next year, because it's are we going to see more profit taking? It's just a question of where to reinvest it, really.